But I want to inspire you, and so think about this. Big things start small.
Jeff Bezos. That man is the richest person on the planet and one of the most influential entrepreneurs of our generation. He runs a major share of the world's internet. He shut down powerful sites like WikiLeaks, a whistleblower website from the cloud servers, in just a day. His company Amazon is predicted to have a 50% market share in the US, which means 1 out of every purchase made online will be from Amazon. He has the power to disrupt every day's aspect of our lives. How did an ordinary guy from New Mexico become such a powerful and most influential human of our times? You're watching Life Story Inc. And this is the biography of Jeff Bezos. Back in the day, the competition was minimal. Technology wasn't as affordable as it is now, and access to the products was limited. But the number of people using the internet is growing day by day, and this is a huge untapped market. Additionally, people were skeptical about buying things online. It wasn't the everyday task like it is today. After some time, people started buying clothes online through apps like NetMarket. And they found if clothes can come to their doorsteps, then why not other stuff? And so many companies started .com businesses, pouring in large funds to attract the customers and to earn huge profits. Most of them lacked a grand plan. Unlike Amazon. Childhood and early life. Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico on January 12, 1964. He is the son of Jacqueline and Theodore Jorgensen. At the time of his birth, his mother was just 17 years old, high school student, and his father was 19. After his parents divorced, his mother married Cuban immigrant Miguel Mike Bezos in April 1968. Shortly after the marriage, Mike adopted 4-year-old Jorgensen. Later, his surname was changed to Bezos. As a child, the Amazon founder read Asimov and Heinlein sci-fi books. He is a lifelong science fiction fan and a die-hard fan of the Star Trek series, which later inspired him to start a space company, Blue Origins. Bezos showed his early interest in electrical contraptions. He turned his parents' garage into a laboratory and used to rig electrical contraptions around his house as a child. He has developed a love for computers when Bezos attended high school, where they get to work on a very expensive computer, and none of his teachers knew how to operate it. So Jeff Bezos and his friends read the manuals and learned to program the computer. His love for computers made Jeff pursue a degree from Princeton University in 1986 with a degree in computer science and electrical engineering. He took a job after graduation at hedge fund managing company D.E. Shaw, and in just 4 years became the company's vice president. As a VP, Bezos was tasked with researching new business opportunities. It is here he found out that the internet users were growing at a pace of a whopping 2,700% every year. Jeff Bezos always dreamt of creating his own tech company where anything can be bought. He saw this boom as an opportunity and jumped on the idea by quitting the 6-figure salary job. The early stages. Jeff Bezos narrowed down to a list of 10 products he could focus on while starting the company, and he settled on the idea of selling books because books have more items than any other category. Before deciding on Amazon as a company name, Bezos originally thought of calling his online book-selling company Cadabra. He ultimately concluded that the latter was too close to the word cadaver, which means dead body. So he founded Amazon in his garage on July 5th of 1994. He made his online store different from others by listing millions of books in the catalog to become the world's largest online bookstore, though he has only 2,000 books in his actual store. He doesn't have any employees, so he used to receive orders in the morning and ship them out at night. He will go on to any lengths to deliver the book to his customers, so much so he used to go to more than 20 blocks himself to find the book. This is where he developed the idea of customer obsession. He used to have an empty in all of his staff meetings, which constantly reminds everyone that whatever they are planning is for the satisfaction of the customer. In 30 days with no press, Amazon had sold books in all 50 states and 45 foreign countries. He used to track his customers visiting Amazon.com, which generated a very large amount of data, which allowed him to study customer behavior and use it to give a better suggestion of products. Once Amazon became a trusted brand, Jeff's idea of get big fast. Quickly, Amazon's customers grew by many folds. Although Amazon's e-commerce was booming, it was not profitable. Jeff Bezos always thought of long-term gain over short-term rewards. So he convinced his investors to keep investing till Amazon becomes large enough to beat out the competitors and eventually become profitable. Jeff used all the modes that cut down the cost to the customers, like the advantage of not having to pay sales tax for online stores. So people preferred to buy at Amazon rather than at a physical store. After the success of his bookstore, he quickly expanded into other categories like toys, office equipment, games, etc., and used the same strategy as books by having a big collection of items. The business grew faster than Bezos or anyone else had ever imagined. When the company went public in 1997, skeptics wondered if an internet-based startup bookseller could maintain its position once traditional retailer heavyweights like Barnes & Noble or Borders entered the internet picture. 2 years later, the market value of shares in Amazon was greater than that of its two biggest retail competitors combined, and Borders was striking a deal for Amazon to handle its internet traffic. Struggles. Not everything is a bed of roses for the young entrepreneur. His most difficult challenge is yet to come. In the late 90s, investors used to pour money into anything that has a .com at the end of its name without understanding the company's core business strategy. This led to the overvaluation of many poorly structured businesses. But Jeff Bezos believed in improving core ideas of his business like the customer experience, ease of use, low prices, selection, and a 30-day return policy. In the early 2000s, the dot-com bubble was finally burst and many online startups had gone out of business. Amazon stocks prices fell, losing 90% of their value in a matter of months. But Jeff's obsession with giving the best customer experience has paid off. Though his stock prices fell, his internal metrics like customer acquisition and growth, number of sales, profit per unit, everything single thing related to business is actually getting better and faster. So he didn't need to get more funding from the investors, and Jeff Bezos is very open about the company's strategy of long-term growth over the short-term gains, and Amazon's loyal investors stayed put. On March 6, 2003, Bezos wasn't the richest person in the world, and Amazon.com stock sold at prices less than 1/50th of its value today. When he was scouting for land for his dream project Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos narrowly escaped death when his helicopter crash-landed in Texas. The success. Though the company is scaling at massive rates, Amazon didn't become profitable. It still has a net amount of losses. It was a time Amazon had huge data which needed to be stored and can be internally used, so the engineers at Amazon had become highly skilled at running reliable, scalable, cost-effective data centers out of need. Andy Jassy has pitched the idea of using this knowledge to start a data services hosting company, Amazon Web Services. And in 2003, Jeff decided to generate extra income by licensing his platform to other e-commerce sites like Borders.com and Target.com. 15 years later, Amazon Web Services dominates cloud hosting and is one of the company's biggest revenue drivers. Becoming a multi-billion-dollar company whose clients include the government organizations like the CIA and notable companies like Netflix, LinkedIn, BDC, Facebook, and NASA. In 2005, he introduced a revolutionary new program called Amazon Prime for For $79 a year, you will get 2-day free delivery. It was a risky bet, but it paid off. It has become the most successful membership program in history, with more than 150 million subscriptions, bringing a large number of customers again and again to Amazon. In 2007, he launched a device called Kindle, an e-reader at a bargain price of $399. The electronic reading device enables users to wirelessly download books, magazines, and newspaper articles, among other content. It sold out in about 5.5 hours. The device remained out of stock for 5 months until late April 2008. In 2013, Jeff Bezos announced to buy the Washington Post and other newspapers for $250 million. But the Post, like other newspapers, had lost many readers and advertisers to the internet, and its value plummeted. But even then, he didn't lose hope in settling the matter. Though he was bad with the media, he somehow managed to maintain a balance between his readers and advertisers. He always says business is all about evolution, and hence, he evolved. Jeff knew that data is the key to the future, and whoever has the data will be the king, and Jeff has always been a fan of the Star Trek series, where computers can think like humans. He loved the idea of saying commands to a box and getting instant replies. The artificial intelligence, and so he began working on this device. In 2014, Bezos' talking computer hits the homes, and he called it Amazon Echo, and the AI personal assistant Alexa. Every time you use it, it became more intelligent and collected more data, which is a big thing for data-driven companies like Amazon. This device tied everything from the music services, video services, the Prime subscription, 2-day delivery, and made Amazon a household name. Failures. The biggest failure of Amazon is the Fire Phone under the guideship of Jeff Bezos. It was a huge loss of $170 million, as it was under direct competition with the Apple iPhone 6, which was a huge success owing to its excellent software capabilities and well-thought-out design. Owing to his failure, Bezos writes, "I always point out that there are 2 different kinds of failures. There's experimental failure. That's the kind of failure you should be happy with. These are the big, bold bets that either move the needle or involve a public faceplant, and the other one being operational failure, which is unacceptable as an entrepreneur." In 2004, Amazon paid $75 million to buy Joyo, the largest online seller of books and electronics in the growing Chinese market. But the division, renamed Amazon China, faced stiff competition. As of 2018, it only had 0.7% of online sales, trailing far behind Alibaba, founded by Jack Ma, Asia's richest person. The controversies. Jeff Bezos is no outlander when it comes to bad media. Lately, there were controversies from Amazon's treatment of warehouse workers to leaked photos to a high-profile extramarital relationship and divorce to feuds with former President Donald Trump. The future. Bezos said in a letter to employees, "As much as I still tap dance into the office, I'm excited about this transition. As exec chair, I will stay engaged in important Amazon initiatives, but also have the time and energy I need to focus on the Day One Fund, the Bezos Earth Fund, Blue Origin, the Washington Post, and my other passions." Amazon founder Jeff Bezos will step down from his role as CEO later this year and transition to the role of executive chair. He will be replaced by Andy Jassy, the current CEO of AWS. What can we learn? Finally, what can we learn from his life story? 1. Stubborn and flexible. Stubborn with a vision, but flexible on the path. 2. Go outside of your comfort zone and never stop experimenting. 3. Always think long term. 4. Obsess about customers, because focusing on the customer makes the company more resilient. What did you learn from his life story? Mention in the comments below. And if you love the video, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Watch our next video on Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, Asia's richest person.